Hello, I am Prakash Ramada, the political leader of the Congress of the People. We have decided in the party it's about time that the COP really communicate with its supporters and followers throughout the length and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago. We cannot rely on the mainstream media to give the message of the Congress of the People, working in the partnership. And we have done many meetings throughout this nation. And we have realized, hearing from you, that we need to express and to explain the work that we have already done, the work we are doing, and the work we will continue to do. Why we continue to be in government, why we continue to take the burdens, lighten the burdens, and fix the problems. The Congress of the People's future is really the future of what we hope Trinidad and Tobago to be, where our citizens feel completely welcome, that every citizen belongs, that there is an environment of fairness, equality, where every opportunity is made available to every citizen, every child, to fulfill their greatest ambitions, to reach their full potential. So the COP really is the dream and hope of every parent who love their children and love to see a better Trinidad and Tobago. As it stands now, we are in partnership. We were born in 2006 under the vision to really improve the standards of conduct in public life and to improve the conditions of life for all of our citizens. In 2010, we joined with our partners and we became the People's Partnership Government. We have continued the work of the COP from that time. Many may recall that we had battled for the creation of the Children's Life Fund, to be rid of the property tax, to exterminate the idea of the rapid rail with prohibitive costs, to deal with the issues of smelter. None of those complaints or issues could have been dealt with without political power. As a result of us coming together, we took political office, all of us. The COP, one of the first things this government did was to create the Children's Life Fund. So no longer will a child have to die for the want of funds for life-saving medical attention. To me, that is almost spiritual delivery of what we had promised. That is work that we have already done. We made a promise, all of us, in the People's Partnership Manifesto of 2010. And in that manifesto, we have the promise of constitutional reform. That to me is a sacred promise. And by the grace of God, I'm now the chair leading that effort of the People's Partnership Government to reform the Constitution. Constitutional reform is so important to Trinidad and Tobago because many of the institutions that we now have, in a large part, have failed the expectations that they were created for. And that is to be expected. Our Constitution is 50 years old and it was reformed in 1976 to some extent. But now there's a new need. We hear about referenda in the consultations, the need for referenda, so that you don't have democratic power as a people only on election day, which is what the politics of the past has taught us, that once you elect a government, they could do what they wish without any consideration, care or concern for the wishes of the people. With referenda, for instance, huge and national issues can be voted upon during that term. Issues of the death penalty, whether we should retain it, whether should we remove ourselves from the Privy Council and go to the Caribbean Court of Appeal as our final court of appeal. On another point, whether we should retain the first past the post system in our electoral process. As we hear in every one of the consultations, the people are saying, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, that we need to move to a new system of proportional representation. We've complained over the years about the game. And the only way that we could change the political game in this country is to reset the rules. The Constitution will do that. We've finished in large part most of our consultations, the public consultations. We moved to the next stage of the more focused consultations with interest groups, business, NGOs, and so. After which we will produce a document of the recommendations that we have learned from the people of Trinidad and Tobago. It was a promise that the new constitution will come from the people of Trinidad and Tobago. This is COP in action. We have always believed in empowering the people. So when that comes, we'll put it to public discussion again and then move to the next level of drafting to create a new constitution. That to us in the COP is a phenomenal reform effort that will dramatically change the way we see ourselves as a nation. You know, the promise of the Congress of the People, working in a partnership, we knew it was never going to be easy. There are huge forces that wish to see the end of the COP, to see us go out of existence. But I tell you, we as a people of Trinidad and Tobago know that the future of this nation, the children's future, is dependent upon what we do today. We knew it was not going to be easy from within and from without, but we are committed to fixing Trinidad and Tobago. Others may use terms and they may use names or may use words. We do the work that is necessary to achieve these things. It is not glamorous, it is hard, it is difficult, but somebody has got to do it. And if not us, who? If not now, when?